What's up, blacksmithing community? Yamez with Island Metal Forge here. Now, I know on my computer I have tons of clips of me trying to get the opening perfect for this project. I have somewhere on my computer the complete building of this project. I am recording this not knowing exactly where they are on my computer. I have been working on this and planning this for a while now. I have recorded parts of it here and there. I will try and get them all together for this video. Fingers crossed that I actually do. Should I not, I'll describe what it is and show you guys the project and hopefully put a bit of the build of it in there. My part isn't necessarily essential. It's just a thing that I did. Years back, a couple years ago, close to 2 years ago right now, I did the blacksmithing community videos, and I started something called the Forge Around the World plate. And the idea was to have a plate of steel that I would put my touch mark on and mail it off to another smith, and he would put his touch mark on and then mail it off, you know, filming videos, taking pictures, you know, sharing the journey of it. It didn't really pan out the way I thought it would. However, I'm feeling much more optimistic this time. I have a much larger vision of what this is going to be. And I have a lot more friends in the community now. So, without further ado, I bring you Island Metal Forge's Forge Around the World Plate 2. And it's not a plate anymore. It is a book. A steel and copper book. I have a copper cover page that I have done blank. I have 4 steel pages, I believe 3/16 of an inch, in this book, with my touch mark on the first page. It is currently held to, and I say currently because this may change. Should one of you guys who gets this feel the urge or have an idea, it is currently held together with 10 gauge wire, just as loops. That can change. Decorating the front can happen, if anybody has any ideas for that. Try and keep touch marks untouched, like touch your touch marks and don't mess with anybody else's touch marks. Plenty of room here to take the book apart, put a sheet in, throw your touch mark on, clean it up, put it back together, and mail it out to somebody else in the community. Now, there's got to be some accountability for who has this, where it's at, where it's going. The trouble with the last one is it went out somewhere and then stopped, and it hasn't been heard of since. Now, with this one, I am sending this to Roy. And when Roy has the time, he is going to go ahead and touch mark it, do whatever it is he wants to do to it, and then send it off to somebody else. We had the idea that we would do some large maker channels, try and get them involved, and then then it'll come back to me, and then send it off to, you know, close friends, and then come back to me, and after it's acquired quite a bit of a following, send it out into the world, you know, for around, say, 10 smiths, then back to me, you know, and every 10 smiths it comes back to me, and I do an update. I intend to build a Facebook group around this. It's not going to happen right away. I want to get a little bit of content under it. It's going to take a little bit to get the ball rolling on this, and I hope you guys are all into this, because it's something that I really want to take off. I want this book to get filled, and 50 years from now, have it inspire somebody that the community just came together for a community-wide project, and start, say, a volume 2. 100 years from now, maybe a volume 3. 1,000 years from now, when archaeologists are going over all of this stuff, they'll be like, and here is, how blacksmiths of the olden days, kept together, by working on, worldwide projects. You get the idea. It's something we can all work on together to leave behind for future generations. And it's pretty neat too, in this day and age. So I am sending out a blank canvas in hopes that the community as a whole will come together and make this a work of history and a work of art. I don't know much else to say. I'm going to try and find some clips and load them in now. Should I not? Yeah. Thank you all for listening, and I hope this works. Hearts and health. I am going to go ahead and cold punch my touch mark here, mainly because I know that my touch marks, number one, they're cheap, and number two, they can handle it. So I don't need to heat it up. However, if you would like to, I recommend an oxyacetylene torch if you have the ability. These are just $8 Impress Art pieces from Amazon. And as you can see, they leave a fairly decent impression. That is the first touch mark in the forge around the world plate.